is happening to the kids too. They're getting away, like the kids are seeing the end result. And so the coaches are working them out to the end result. Playing against this kid, dude, I swear I was like, this kid is definitely going D1. He had the coldest step back, like 16 years old, coldest step back. Right step back, left step back, crossover step back. And, you know, I'm older now, dude. So I was like, damn, dude, like, all he doing is, like, crossover step back. I'm like, hold on, let me, like, sit on this step back and see what else he can do. He had nothing else.
Wow.
When he could not step back behind that line and I pushed him in front of that line, it was almost like he became a totally different person.
Right.
Right? And his only move was a step back. You got to coach these kids in fundamentals. And like Steph Curry is fundamentally sound. James Harden, fundamentally sound. You know what I mean? And
right.
so,
I remember you told me that about Kobe. You were like, you know why Kobe's so good? The dude he's fundamentally basic.
His sound.
Right. And I remember sitting there watching one of the first times I saw him. I remember you saying that, like, "Yo, this dude, like, it was his grasp of the fundamentals." But when all you see is the end result, you don't understand the process of getting there. Yeah.
And I think another thing is, you know, it's like talking about fundamentals, talking about the basics, talking about the process, talking about creating your own identity. Right. Another thing that just to put analytics in their place, right? The thing that analytics is killing about basketball is the perfect merge of art and sport. Yeah. Right. And analytics is confusing
the art form.
Right. So it's like, think about it like the record business, right? All the rappers sound the same. Right. Or all the, you know, it's like they're giving deals to this trend of character or that trend of character. So like if the NBA says that small ball is the thing, then you would be a fool to go and build the team that you want to build because there's so much pressure to say like, I need, you know, an auto-tune point guard. You know what I mean?
Right.
No aid base, you know what I mean? Power forward or something like that. So everybody's trying to find the next AD, trying to find the next LeBron, trying to build the next, you know, Melo or Paul George or Kawhi Leonard. But these dudes are self-originated. They said, you know what? Okay, great. You told me, like, they look at the stats and say, all right, cool. Why did we lose? Right? Not how much did I have.
Right.
Where on this stat sheet, when you watch the stat sheet, like, where on this stat sheet did we lose in these numbers? Right? That's why we used to watch the stat sheet, right? And then you look at your line to see, like, where did you contribute in the stat sheet that could determine the win or loss. And then you start to go back, and then you start thinking about all the plays that you participated in and how that could have turned or what you may have said to a teammate. You know what I mean? All that. And so when you start removing all that and you just get them data and say, man, here was your plus minus, you played good. No, you didn't. And that's why you have to award, you know what I mean? And shout out to the players because they're not getting the freedom. Like, we don't know what Michael Kidd-Gilchrist could have been because he was forced to, he has an ugly shot, he can't shoot. But what else can he do? You know what I mean? He could have wound up being a Draymond Green. Right? He could have wound up being Montrezl Harrell. He could have wound up being a top-notch defender, Markelle
Fultz. Yeah.
Shout out to him. That is a player that's like, man, I'm an artist. This is my art. This is my life. This is my life. This is my sweat. I'm going to get mine the way I get mine. And guess what? His shot going to get better. He going to get better. And all of a sudden, people are going to start eating their words, right?
Right.
It's the players who are trying to be, like you said, trying to define themselves in another person's shadow without realizing that they should be.
Right. Well, you see, what you're doing is what I always advocate for, and it's introducing like reality to young players. And part of what we have in terms of grassroots in basketball in this country. The deficiency we have is we're unable to give kids that reality. So like what you just said, right, is something that some coach will never say to some kid. He will rather string this kid along, have the kid playing for his AAU team, being able to get some of these guys.
Wear him out before
Right.
he gets there, right?
Right.
Not even, you know what I mean? It's like they wear the kids out before they can even get to college.
Right.
To be a Steph Curry.
Right. And they're not giving them what they need. Right. And they're not telling them the truth. Like, Steph Curry is a one of a kind. His background determines why he is the way he is. Like who his father was, right? Like all of that goes into it.
Yes, bro.
Like dude's father was like one of the greatest shooters ever, right? So people constantly overlook that, and I'm like, it's hard, man. It's really hard, at times I think to fight that noise for some of these young. I'm in grassroots sports, man, and I'm really invested in young people, so I feel it, and I'm like, people really have some of these kids out here shaping their identity around this unrealistic, dream of being Steph Curry or being.
Well, it's like they'll take a kid for their 15 minutes of fame. You know what I mean? And so, like, a lot of coaches, you have to be wary. A lot of coaches, a lot of parents, right? They are so anxious to like find the star, right? Or create a star instead of giving, these players the foundational tools and elements to be well-rounded players or good players and appreciators of the game, because then it just gives you better DNA as a person.
Right.
And it gives you fundamental elements, right? Now you have a canvas. Now you got a paintbrush. Now you know how to paint. Now go start taking your walk. But like a lot of these dudes already, like, they're stars before they even take, you know what I mean? Like people are buying into their paintings before they even paint on the national stage. But I think it's a combination of just basketball and where it is. It's like we have to do a better job of like guys who are out of the game, right? We have to find our way back into the game, because I feel like for us, like basketball has been such a part of our lifestyle that we shouldn't leave it alone. We need to share these stories. We need these mini documentaries. We need these short form content to just, continue to praise each other, uplift each other, show more players that there are, opportunities to be a David West, or like to see like, I'm built like that. You know what I mean? Like I like him. Like give them more variety of different players that they can adapt to and they can learn from, because now as time is speeding fast ahead, these kids are learning less and less and less about the game. You were a student of the game. And you could tell when you were a rookie how you reacted, whether through play or just like who you were a fan of. And when we share those stories, those stories get shared. It makes people like a little bit more comfortable to like realize that, like, you know what, dude, if I keep going this Steph Curry route, if I keep going this James Harden route, like, I ain't going to build too many friends. I ain't going to be that good when it all check out. So I can like them, I can pattern my game, but it's also important. Like, I don't believe that I'm going to be, you know what I mean?
That reality. You got to build your own, build your own base,